So here we go. This is going to be the first video. Sorry the last video ended so abruptly, and apparently I was breathing a lot in the mic when I went back through it and listened to it. But so this is the beginning of the game.
For generations you've slept.
Very loud. Apparently.
No purpose. No call to wake you.
So, also as you play through the game, you learn a lot more of the story. It's kind of an interesting story. I don't really want to get into spoilers and stuff. I'm actually going to see if I can't skip this part and let you all watch it on your own. So, this is just my personal opinion, and some people aren't going to like this opinion, but as far as I'm concerned, Excalibur is the easiest way to start the game. I'm sorry, he is pretty durable, he takes a beating, he pretty tough for the most part. Volt, very fast. I think Volt's also very good to start with. I think Mag is probably the hardest to start with, but don't quote me on that. I don't think you can really go wrong, no matter which one you pick, but it's going to be hard for me to decide, actually. They're all really great frames, and they all have their strengths. It's really about how you want to play. So Excalibur, you know, he has the slash dash. You're gonna run through things and kind of slash it with your energy sword, if you will. You can blind people and do finishers on them. That becomes in real handy, so especially for bosses between planets. You can just blind them and straight up kill them. I mean, it's probably the easiest way to get through junctions from planet to planet that there is in the game, really. I mean, you can just kill them like it's nothing. Javelin Spear is nice. He'll like kind of slam on the ground and everybody gets impaled and dies usually, especially at low levels. But then you have the Exalted Blade where you can swing this blade, energy type blade, and just throw it, whatever you want to do. You got Mag, and this is actually probably my favorite ability with Mag is pull. At the beginning of the game especially, it's hilarious. You can just pull everybody to you and just slice them up with your whatever sword you're using. It's pretty hysterical. And you can just keep them from getting up off the ground and be able to shoot you, but just keep doing it to them, and they keep just falling back down on the ground. So you can, you know, basically keep them busy that way while you kill them. Magnetize is nice. I don't know if I want to get into details of all these abilities yet, but if you don't like getting shot, it's pretty nice. And then Crush is like, she'll pick them up and just kind of damages them, and at the lower levels, honestly, it pretty much kills. Most of these triangle abilities, or sorry, I'm on PlayStation. Most of these fourth abilities are pretty much kill whatever. Same with Volt, but Volt also runs really fast. If you want to get through missions really fast, if you love that kind of stuff, this is definitely the frame for you to pick. You will definitely be fast. You can put these shields down that not only you can shoot through, but other players can shoot through. That'll add electrical damage to your shots and stuff. It's pretty nice. Volt's pretty nice. And it gets around really fast, like I said. I don't want to get into all the little details. Then everybody has passives. I would read these carefully. This is probably the most underestimated part of Warframe that I don't think people pay enough attention to, but sometimes these passives for some of these frames are really, really good. You want to pay attention to them. I mean, it could be something really simple like, you know, they give extra damage for this, or you know, if you do, you know, they have extra damage with certain kind of guns or melee types or something like that. Or just, you know, sometimes it pays to pay attention to that kind of stuff. I'm going to try to make this as easy as possible, so I'm going to start out with Excalibur. And I really do think if you haven't played before, you probably are going to want to start out with Excalibur. These other two frames are great, amazing. I don't know how many times I've played Mag and Bolt. I mean, I can't even count. But definitely at the beginning, I think if you want to have an easier start, in my opinion, I would take Excalibur. But so we're just going to go with Excalibur for this. Like I said, I'm going to probably skip through some of the stories. If you want to watch the stories, then when you play, I think that's great, but you probably don't
use your power.
Want to spend all your time watching me do them.
Use your power now.
This is the slash dash. Does. Oh wow, I never realized those frames were still standing there. Shows how much I pay attention to them. So at the beginning of the game, it's just going to teach you how to do things. I'm going to jump behind this for a second so I can talk. Also, I want to maybe turn that music off because I'm not a big fan of the music. Honestly, I find it pretty annoying. It's ridiculously loud sometimes. Oh, and for me personally, sorry, I like to turn off some of this blur and stuff like that too. Let's see, turn the volume off, glare, view, distortions, motion blur. I don't really care for any of that stuff personally. If you do and you love that, you like that stuff, then hey, more power to you. But sometimes it's just kind of annoying. Kill these guys. So, like I said, at the beginning, just trying to teach you how to play. So it wants me to use R1, which will bring up your abilities, and then X will use your first ability, which is for him is slash dash. And then see, that part's done.
An extraction
so this is what a quest marker looks like in the game, and you'll
will
come across these every so often.
Arm yourself.
These gold markers are to try to help you find out where to go. I'm not gonna lie, sometimes they go haywire, but for the most part, if you just follow them, it'll take you in the right direction. Try to tell you how to run and stuff. Never do this. Ah, it's funny. Okay, why does that be coming here? Oh, wants me to choose a weapon. So, I don't think you can really go wrong. Honestly, like I said, I'm going to try to make this as easy as possible. So I'm going to choose the bow staff because it has a lot more of a attack range on it, and you can hit things and multiple things from a lot further away. So like I said, I'm just going to purposely try to pick the stuff that will make it the easiest. Also, it's really hard for me not to slide a lot. Because when I started playing, that was like a major way to do damage, is sliding into enemies and then hitting them. And it helps close the gap a lot faster sometimes. So, it might not hurt just to spend a little time at this part trying to figure out how to maneuver your guy around and move a little bit. I mean, this is, on PlayStation, this is R1 that does this slide. L2 does like a glide when you jump. There's also things where you jump and you hit down to the ground, so it's a slam attack. Slam attacks, for the most part, usually do more damage. So if you can catch somebody like that, and you know, at the beginning of the game, you're pretty much invincible. So you might be able to be killed here at the beginning, but I don't know if these guys drop mods in this part of the game. But I had to try it. There's a Kuberos later on though. You can get one as a pet. This is trying to teach you how to slide. So you're gonna crouch underneath, which is the L1. Go underneath this. You can sneak up behind enemies and use the square button to do a stealth kill. It's pretty handy. I would try to pick up some of the stuff here, but I find them you're not really missing anything if you don't grab stuff. Like I don't believe I've ever got any mods to here that I didn't get at the beginning of the game anyway. There are certain parts where you want to pay attention. Plus, it seems like all the mods you get from the beginning of the game are broken, which they're not as effective as the ones you get later on. I'll try to show you that here in a little while. So, next is going to pick an item. So, this might be important to you, depending. So this pistol is going to make noise, and these throwing knives are not. So, like, if you want to be more stealthy, this is probably going to be a weapon for you. Or you can do the pistol, which I like the pistol just fine. It works just fine. These are nice. I've started out billions of times with these. When you do a spy mission or you just want to sneak up on people,
Tenno,
you can
pick up
use
a weapon.
these throwing weapons.
You are running
Plus,
out of
they're
time.
really fast. And honestly, this pistol takes a little while, and it reloads slower too. You want to try to hit things in the head, but you can. For the Grenier, it's that little bubble where the two eyes are. Sorry. Distracted too easily, I think. So, obviously, the closer you can get to them, the easier it is to sort of one-shot them with it. And and obviously, a guy like that who doesn't
The
have
extraction point is up ahead.
a
Before
weapon to
Vor
shoot
finds out
at
you've
you,
escaped.
you can afford to wait until you get closer to him. Don't forget you still have that melee weapon. You can use it at any time.
A Tenno flows like fire over the battle terrain.
So,
Do you remember how to dash up walls?
so this is kind of hard to explain. I'm pretty sure I'm not doing it the way they want me to do it. Every time you can just hold the X, or keep hitting the X to go up. But also, I know if you hold L2, it makes you like stick to something for a little while. So you can like stick to walls, and then jump further up that way. And that's really how I climb. I don't usually just use the X button. I do that because if I know I'm not going back down if I can get a hold of the wall. I'm pretty much there. But that kind of goes with like I was saying earlier, just kind of learning the movements of the game at the beginning and take your time. I know that Lotus is the name of the voice of the person who's talking to you. They're always going to try to rush you through missions. Unless there's an actual timer on the left, I really wouldn't sweat it too much. And I might not be doing all these things exactly like I'm telling you to do them, but it's because it's actually pretty bad because I've played the game enough that I know how to maneuver, so I already have all those bad habits. So I would try to learn the way you're actually supposed to do this stuff, not just do it whatever way. I'm gonna try to show you how to bullet jump. Probably why it's not completing for me. Probably mad that I'm not doing it right. So, slide. You're trying to get you to slide and then jump. But I think a bullet jump is technically holding the button while you jump. Ah! That's actually the bullet jump. I don't imagine it's going to care and you can move along anyway, but the intro is a little different than it used to be, so see if I can't get it to do. Maybe it wants me to jump off that thing. Anyway, I don't suppose it matters either way. We're just gonna move forward and ignore that part. Oh, we kind of finish it.
Salvage team, why have you not reported in?
Plus, I wouldn't get too hung up on
There's
stuff
the extraction
sometimes.
chip.
The game does get buggy sometimes, and sometimes quests don't go through. Sometimes you fall through the world, weird things happen.